Labor's finance spokesman, Tony Burke, says Mrs Bishop has refused to publicly release the document she signed, confirming the trip was for official business.
But for the life of me, I don't see how someone accidentally gets on a helicopter and ends up at a Liberal Party fundraiser. That is the exact argument that Bronwyn Bishop currently appears to be in. And that's why we've been asking for her to release this document.
Peter, does she need to release the document?
Well, I'd love to see the document. It would be nice because then we could all move on and something could happen. It's lovely to see Tony Burke having a great old time about it. Look, I don't want to play this down. There may well have been a breach of accepted procedures here. There's clearly some questions to be asked. As Joe Hockey said yesterday, does this pass the sniff test? Well, it doesn't pass the pub test. It doesn't pass the sniff test. She needs to clear it up, absolutely, but it is...
And her role is to impose standards in the House of Representatives.
Look, I can just hear what's going on in the front bench of Labor's minds. You know, oh, finally we've got something on Bronwyn. So for Labor, it certainly beats talking about, you know, a carbon tax and whether there's zombies or not. So, you know, it's a nice sort of moment for them. But, you know, look, there is a serious public policy issue here. Did she waste money?
Yeah. Jan, should the document be released?
Yes, and I'd like very much to know how much it's going to cost the taxpayer to have this investigation actually happen. I mean, the AFP, don't those guys have something to do? You know, can you imagine?
Yeah, they've got public servants to investigate who are leaking documents to journalists.
I don't know. I think it's a little bit of a stunt on Labor's part. You know, they're sort of rubbing their hands together, going, "She chartered a helicopter. Yes, call the AFP," kind of thing. I think. You know, it seems a little bit dramatic.
We should also not. We should mention in passing that Julia Gillard herself was pinged on taking a VIP to Brisbane for a Labor Party function when she was Prime Minister. So you know there is. They should be careful.
Was it from the Gold Coast?
No,
to Brisbane?
it wasn't. It wasn't. That's right. She could have walked.
Okay,
yeah.
Bernard, sending it off to the AFP, is that going to achieve anything?
Well, probably not. I mean, the AFP usually finds a good reason not to end up pursuing or prosecuting or referring for prosecution too many politicians, so don't expect too much from it. It is a bit of a stunt system.
Bernard, on that issue, was it telling, do you think, that Tony Burke took the attack up today rather than Bill Shorten? Bill Shorten has his own issues when it comes to declarations.
Well, he certainly does. I mean, this is the bloke who was 8 years late in revealing not $40,000, but $65,000 of donations that to his 2007 campaign that should have been declared way back then. So look, that's another dimension to the fact that we've just got this kind of self-regulatory, easy come, easy go approach to money when it comes to politicians.